What is up, you guys? Max back here with another video, and recently it snowed like crazy where I live, and it snows a lot here in Chicago, so I sort of wanted to show you guys what it's like to have a Camaro in the winter. So I'm going to give you guys a cold start, clean off the car, and then take you guys on a ride with me. So let's get right into it. So it's time for that cold start. Let's do that real quick, but first I want to show you guys what it's like on the inside of my Camaro after it snows. It obviously looks ridiculous. You can't see out of it at all. It looks like you're in a car wash or something. So it's time to clean the car. I'm going to do that, but also in this video I would like to note that if you see my head looking over the windshield looking kind of weird, it's just because I did a bad job of cleaning the car off and I was kind of looking above some snow, so that's the reason for that. So guys, I'm now in my Camaro, getting ready to drive. The roads are pretty clear. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have too much trouble. I know I made a video talking about being in a Camaro or driving a Camaro in the snow, and I sort of just gave my opinion. I didn't really show me actually doing it, but now you guys got to see an actual really snowy day, and now I'm in my Camaro now, so we're gonna see how much trouble I have. I'm gonna just drive normally and then pick up speed, and we're gonna see what happens. But right now I'm just driving down my block and everything seems perfectly good, perfectly fine. Obviously, these Camaros or rear-wheel drive sports cars or muscle cars in general are known for not being very good in the winter, but I've had better experiences than most, I feel like. And right now I'm using all-season tires and no sandbags in the trunk. So, and it's a pretty bad day, as you guys can see, so we'll see how it is. So far, no slippage, no problems, other than obviously having to get rid of the snow in my car. Everything's been pretty much all good. So happy to see that. So I'm about to take a right here. I'm going to pick up speed. I'm going to see if I slip at all. So braking, pretty good. There's a little bit of trouble there, but probably close to my normal braking time. Now I'm going to speed up. Yeah, no real slippage. Like I said, they have done a good job of cleaning the roads, but sort of surprised there's no slippage at all there. Usually after a big snow, it's because it is still really wet outside. Usually after a big snow, if I'm going to accelerate, I mean, I just floored it there. So, I mean, if I'm going to accelerate, then usually I'm going to slip a little bit. But so far, so good. It's also 30 degrees right now, so cold, but not ridiculous. I mean, obviously it depends where you live, but for us, that's not, in Chicago, that's not terrible. I mean, it could be 10, 15 degrees, you know, the negatives, no problem. So yeah, everything is pretty much good. I just want to make this video just to show you guys that you can drive a Camaro in the winter or in the snow. It's just still not going to be ideal, I'm not going to say that, but here I am driving my car like I do every day in the winter, or most days in the winter, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for a big trip or while it's snowing. Obviously I wouldn't recommend it, but like even right now it's snowing, nothing crazy, but like there's snow coming down. Also, the other reason I'm making this video is because I was searching for a lot of videos like these before I bought my Camaro. Like I said, I live in Chicago, a pretty snowy place with some pretty bad winters, so I wanted to see if anybody else had an experience of driving a muscle car or a rear-wheel drive car in the winter, and there was some good videos out there, but nothing super great. My other video that I mentioned earlier in this video, I really go into depth on some tips and things like that. That's really more for people who are really considering or know they're going to buy a rear-wheel drive car and have some pretty bad winters. That'd be a great video for you guys, but in this video, I'm really just showing you guys my experience. Like I said, I'm not going to be really talking too much about the pros and cons because I sort of covered that already, but sort of wanted to take advantage of today because it was pretty bad snow last night, so wanted to get some footage for you guys or anybody curious about what it's like driving in the winter. One thing to note is a Camaro, I believe, is a lot heavier. See, anyways, one thing to note is a Camaro is definitely a little bit heavier than some of the other muscle cars. I believe it is a little bit heavier than the Mustang. I will look that up just to be sure, but I believe it is, which is going to help a little bit. And like I said earlier in this video, really the main things you need are sandbags and maybe winter tires. Those are going to be things that are really helpful. But even if you have all-season tires like I have now, still not going to be the worst thing in the world. But like I said earlier, and I don't want to sound repetitive, but it's not a winter car, and I'm not promoting this car to be a winter car or anything like that, but I'm just saying you can get away with it, or at least I have so far. I would advise just to drive normally or even less than the speed limit, be extra precautious. Just want to say that normally when I drive, that is what I do, and I've had some success that way. I'm not one of those people who are, for the most part, doing anything crazy on the road, especially in the winter, so just want to put that out there. You definitely have to be a lot more hesitant. You have to know you're in a car that's not made for the winter and keep that in mind when you're driving. But if you keep that in mind that it's not an all-wheel drive car, I think that you should be okay, generally speaking. And if you guys have any questions, thoughts, comments, leave them below. I try to get back to every single comment, or do get back to every single comment. So feel free to leave a comment down below. Also subscribe if you liked the video. And that's all for today, guys. I'm out. Peace.